So I did St. Kitts for my project. The reason I chose St. Kitts is because I was there this past summer for vacation, and I really love the island. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So for the culture of St. Kitts, British traditions play a huge role in the culture because they were under British rule until 1983. So you'll see a lot of British architecture and all kinds of other British things, and therefore English is the official language on the island. They have their own language, but they speak English mostly as well. But their native culture comes from African and Caribbean descent, so that's why you'll see a lot of more native African type rituals and stuff like that. They're very religious, and the majority religion is Christianity. As far as sustainability goes, St. Kitts doesn't do much to affect climate change because they're a very eco-friendly island, but climate change does affect them tremendously since they are a very small island in the Caribbean. In 2015, they enacted the Sustainable Land Management Project, which improved the building codes, made buildings safer, and it forced the locals to actually partake in mitigation efforts in helping to clean up the island. St. Kitts has 4 national parks and 2 marine parks to protect the wildlife, and I was there, and the wildlife is crazy. These 2 pictures on this slide I actually took when I was there, and it's just a really beautiful island. As far as local food goes, goat water stew is the national dish. It consists of goat, breadfruit, papaya, and dumplings in a tomato stock. Chicken pilau is also a very popular dish. Most of the dishes there are just, typical Caribbean food. And the economy of St. Kitts has traditionally relied on the growth of sugarcane as far as their farming goes. But decreasing prices worldwide have hurt that industry, so not as many people are growing sugarcane these days. For the people that live on the island of St. Kitts, the cost of living is very high compared to other nearby countries, and this is mostly because everything has to be imported to the island. So from cars to electronics, pretty much everything they can't grow on the island has to be imported. And because of this, many people ride bikes and motorbikes instead of big cars. And so when I was there this past summer, I pretty much saw most people riding bikes or motorbikes. Tourism is the biggest industry in St. Kitts, and many people on the island work for tour companies and other tourist attractions on the island. And tourists are most of the people that come to visit the island other than the people that live there. So offshore banking companies and various export companies are also major employers on the island. I truly believe St. Kitts is one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean. The people are great and the views are even better. These 2 pictures are actually pictures I took when I was there as well. And if you ever get the chance to go to St. Kitts, I highly suggest it.